Hello, and welcome to the second episode of Early Humans with Yaz. And today we're going to be talking about Lucy. So, lovely little Lucy is the most famous example of an australopithecus specimen found by Donald Johnson in 1974 in the Afar Triangle of Ethiopia, which is why the second part of her Latin name is afarensis. At the time, she was the oldest hominin to have ever been found and one of the first of her kind. At the time, she was also seen as the missing link between apes and humans, which can be said to be true, but we can't say that she is definitely now our direct ancestor. She was seen as a step forward as she was also bipedal, but her brain was the same size as that of a chimpanzee. And that is what makes our girl Lucy special. Now, Lucy is one of the youngest specimens of her species, as australopithecusafarensis lived between 3.7 to 3 million years ago, and Lucy is 3.18 million years old. Now, Lucy was found in a gully that had previously been checked but hadn't been deemed to have contained anything of significance. However, when Mr. Johnson was having a little peruse, he noticed an arm bone sticking out of the ground, which he recognised as being from a hominid species. Soon after that, a mandible popped out, fragments of cranium, as well as some vertebrae, and eventually a whole 40% of Lucy's skeleton was unearthed, 47 bones in total, within the space of about 3 weeks. Now, we know that Lucy was a female, partly because, as I mentioned in my previous video, her pelvis could be studied for the sciatic notch, as well as the fact that Lucy is a small gal, and the sexual dimorphism between males and females of her species was that great that the males were significantly larger than the females. Talking about size, it is estimated that Lucy would have been about 1.05 meters tall and would have weighed about 28 kilograms. She is teeny tiny person. One fun fact about Lucy, she was named in fact after Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, which I think is quite fun. Now, we know that she was likely a young female because of the fact that she was fully grown for a female. Certain bones were fused. She had kneecaps, she had the full skull. And additionally, some of her wisdom teeth were erupting at the time of her death. Poor girl. Poor girl. Now, Lucy was originally thought to be a Homo species or a small australopithecine, which obviously she is, but she wasn't actually assigned to a species until 4 years after her discovery, which by that time had allowed for many anthropologists and archaeologists to unearth several other australopithecusafarensis in the area that she was found in. Now for the fun segment. Death! So, the most common theory for how Lucy died is that she likely fell 46 feet from a tree branch, which is quite unfortunate. Now, we can't really tell, obviously, we have no video cameras, we cannot vlog Lucy's death, unfortunately, for us anyway, but there are some indicators as to why people think that she fell. Firstly, she's got fractures on her arms and her shoulders that match up to the fractures that people who appear to be reaching out to break their fall receive when they are reaching out to break their fall. Additionally, it seems that she likely fell feet first, and so shockwaves basically went up her body and fractured several bones going up. I mean, that's one theory at least. Additionally to this, it appears that she received most of the fractures peri-mortem, which means they happened at the time of her death. However, other people have said that she could have actually been trampled by a stampeding herd. However, we don't know whether that would have been once she had fallen or just whether she had accidentally got in the way of an angry herd of gazelles, who knows? Especially for the fact that there are signs of damage to her internal organs as well, so quite a grisly little end for Lucy. However, that is all we know more about Lucy, but we know more about her species, but that is most of what we know about Lucy. And I really don't know how to end this, so that's gonna leave you with that. Yeah. I think that's all I have to say for the minute, so thanks, cheers, have a good day. Filming video of Detective work here. Detective work. Is it gazelle or gazelles?